All right, everyone, welcome to the campus of Kansas City, Kansas Community College Blue Devils, where they will host the Allen Red Devils, Allen Community College Red Devils. We went down yesterday to Iola, Kansas. Get my volume turned down on my phone there. I know I've got volume. Those two games down there, the Blue Devils won the first game 1-0. Both teams only had 3 hits. And then the second game went 10 innings, and the Blue Devils won it 7-5. They scored 3 in the top of the 10th, and the Red Devils could only manage 1. So the first 2 games went to the Blue Devils down there yesterday. We're getting ready. Sunshiny day, the wind blowing in from left field, and that's the first time we've had a game this year where the wind has been blowing in. Let's run through the starting lineups real quick. Before the anthem, you've heard me say before, I cut away from the anthem just for fear of YouTube muting my broadcast, so that's the reason for that. I want to always be sure everyone understands I am probably more patriotic than most, but certainly when it comes to muting a broadcast, I don't want to have that happen. So let's go with the starting lineups first for Allen Red Devils. Leading off will be Bennett in center field. Batting second at shortstop is Printer. Blackowitz will be in left field. Batting fourth in right field, Bach. At third base, Gomez will bat fifth. Strickland at first base, batting sixth. Fry will be the second baseman today, batting seventh. Banta, the catcher. And Altamirano, the designated hitter, with Buchanan on the mound. So it'll be Bennett, Printer, Blackowitz, Bach, Gomez, Strickland, Fry, Banta, Altamirano, and Buchanan on the mound. Now the starting lineup for your Blue Devils. Cole Dawson will be at shortstop and leading off. Batting second is second baseman Parker Bosserman. Batting third, the designated hitter Braden Vaughter. Batting cleanup, Pablo Sanchez will be in right field. At third base, batting fifth, Palmer Hutchison. Batting sixth, the center fielder Caleb Adams. Batting seventh, Darius Freeman in left field. Camden Carlin will bat eighth, be behind the plate, and Brock Stewart, the first baseman, will bat ninth. On the mound for the Blue Devils, Cooper Carlgren. Getting ready for the anthem. We'll take a break. We'll be back. All right, everyone, welcome to the field today. The Blue Devils took the first two. We'll wind this thing up today. Carlgren on the mound for the Blue Devils. First pitch is in the dirt. Ball 1-0 the count. That's a strike called. There wasn't a strike called that high all day yesterday. Nothing bad, I'm saying, just telling you what the consistency was. That's upstairs for 2-0 the count. Hutchison, Dawson, Bosserman, Stewart from left to right across the infield. Freeman, Adams, and Sanchez. Carlin behind the plate. There's a foul ball over the first base side and foul out of play. 2-2 the count. It's a ground ball headed at Bosserman. Bosserman over to Stewart for the first out of the inning. That's going to bring up Printer. Printer, the shortstop. Printer will step in with one out, nobody on. Printer starts the day batting .333. Foul ball over the right field side and out of play. And 1 the count on Printer. There's a ground ball into left field, so a base hit for Printer. It's going to bring up Blackowitz. Blackowitz starts the day batting .306. He'll step in with a runner at first and one out. Strike called, 0-1 the count on the left fielder, Blackowitz. Foul ball over into the dugout so quickly, 0-2. Carlgren righty on the mound for the Blue Devils. Throw over to first, nothing going on over there. Carlgren with a 10.20 ERA. Sometimes you have a bad outing at the first of the year, and it goes a long way for your ERA and takes a while to get it brought back down. 0-2 now again on Carlgren after he fouled away that pitch. Welcome, everyone. Hope you were able to listen in yesterday. There's another foul back to the screen. A windy, cool day, was not really comfortable at all, but the Blue Devils get the first two games 1-0 and 7-5. We'll finish the 4-game set today. To the count again. That misses. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Another throw over to first, back in safely. Stewart at first base today. Understand Bard feeling a little bit under the weather. So Brock Stewart will step in to handle the duties at first base. It's a ground ball foul down the first baseline, so we'll do the 1-2 again. Blackowitz spoiling several pitches so far. Actually, 3 pitches have been fouled off since the count's been 1-2. Pitch out. Nothing going on. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and an out. Printer at first base after a base hit into left field. Just got past the diving Hutchison. Another throw over to first base. Back in safely is Printer. It's a ground ball at second base. Bosserman over to Dawson, and Dawson over to Stewart for the 4-6-3 double play. No score at the end of half an inning. We'll be back. Tall righty on the mound for the Red Devils of Allen Community College. Buchanan will start the day for them. He has a 4.11 ERA. Cole Dawson, Bosserman, Vaughter. Cole Dawson, the shortstop. Dawson starts the day batting .368. Takes strike one. 0-1 the count on the shortstop, Cole Dawson. Tying inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Left to right across the infield. Gomez, Printer, Fry, Strickland across the outfield. Blackowicz, Bennett, and Bach. Banta behind the plate. Buchanan on the mound. There's a ground ball into left field for a base hit. So a leadoff base hit for Cole Dawson. That's going to bring up Parker Bosserman. Bosserman starts the day batting .394. He'll step in to face Buchanan. And there's a hit by pitch. So that's going to bring up Vaughter. Vaughter will step in. Vaughter, the designated hitter today, starts the day batting .356. He'll step in to face Buchanan. Squares to bunt, takes a ball up high. Gomez and Strickland in at the corners. We'll see how that gets third base covered. That could work in our favor there if he can get a bunt down on Gomez's side. Squares to bunt again. That's up high again. So 2-0 the count. Dawson at second, Bosserman at first. Vaughter at the plate. Comes the 2-0. Takes a strike. 2 balls and a strike. Takes up high, ball 3. 3-1 the count. Gomez and Strickland in on the grass. Comes the 3-1. There's ball 4. So that's going to bring up Sanchez. Sanchez, the right fielder. Going to get a visit to the mound. We'll take a break. We'll be back to find out. I doubt if there's going to be a change made. Nobody's warm out there, but certainly Coach going to visit with him to settle down. We'll keep it right here. Visit to the mound is over with. Sanchez starts the day batting .333. Bases full of Blue Devils. That's down low, ball 1. So Dawson at third, Bosserman at second, Vaughter at first now. Sanchez, the right fielder, at the plate. It's a ground ball headed at the shortstop. He's up with it and over to first and out. So Printer to Fry to Strickland for the 6-4-3 double play. 1 run does score. That's going to bring up Palmer Hutchison. Palmer steps in with a runner at third base and 2 outs now. That's up high for ball 1. Hutchison starts the day batting .273. 1-0 the count. Runner at third base. There's hit, curveball, just got down low enough to hit him in the back, so hit by a pitch. It's going to bring up Caleb Adams. Adams will step in. He's the center fielder. Adams starts the day batting .353. He'll step in with runners at the corners and 2 outs. 1 run in. Don't have my scoreboard updated yet. I'll get there as soon as I can. There's a flare hit out into shallow right field, and that's taken care of by Bach. For the final out of the inning, the Blue Devils have the bases loaded with nobody out, only get 1 run off the double play, and then not anything else after that. So we'll be back. Blue Devils lead 1-0. Here we go to the top of the second inning. Bach, Gomez, and Strickland will be scheduled up. Bach starts the day batting .449 with the highest batting average of the Red Devils. He'll step in as he leads off the top of the second inning. Takes ball 1. 1-0 the count on Bach. Bach's the right fielder. Gomez and Strickland scheduled up after him. That's inside. 2-0 the count. It's up high. 3-0 the count. Strike called. 3-1 the count. Misses a little bit outside for a leadoff walk. That's going to bring up Gomez. Gomez will step in on the right-handed side. Runner at first base after the leadoff walk. There's a strike-breaking pitch right through there. Runner at first base is Bach. Gomez 0-1 the count on him. And there's a hit by a pitch. That's going to bring up Strickland. Strickland starts the day batting .417. He'll step in on the left-handed side. Runners at first and second. Strickland, the first baseman. Runners now at first and second. Nobody out for the Red Devils. Squares to bunt. Takes low and inside. 1-0 the count. Going to get a visit to the mound. We'll take a quick break, see if we get any changes, just see what defensively they're going to do. We'll be back. All right, information have been imparted to Cooper Carlgren from Coach Goldbeck. In tight at the corners are Hutchison and Stewart. Strike called outside corner. 1-1 strike. Blue Devils with a 1-0 lead, each team with one hit. Takes inside, squares to bunt again, pulls back. 2-1 the count. Comes the 2-1. Squares to bunt. The bunt is down. Hutchison over to first. So the first out of the inning, Hutchison over to Stewart. The 5-3 sack bunt. It's going to bring up Fry. Fry starts the day batting .316. He'll step in with runners at second and third with one out. Fly ball down the right field line. That's going to be out of play. Runners at second and third. 0-1 the count on Fry. Comes the pitch. That's up high. 1-1 strike, one out. Comes the 1-1. Breaking pitch nicely blocked by Camden Carlin, the catcher. It's up high. So 2-1 the count. Swing and a miss of that pitch. So 3-2 the count now. That just misses for ball 4. So Fry with a base on balls. That's going to bring up Banta, the catcher. Bases loaded. One out. Banta starts the day batting .143. Takes ball 1. Swing and a miss. One ball, one strike, and one out. Strike called. That one was pretty wide. 1-2. There's a swing and a miss, so a strikeout there gets 2 down. So that's going to bring up Altamirano, the designated hitter. He'll step in on the left-handed side. He starts the day batting .091. Yesterday was the first games I had seen him in terms of any stats or anything. That misses 1-0. The ball headed into the gap. That's going to be an RBI hit. 2 runs will score on the hit by Altamirano. So 2-1 lead now. Back to the top of the order in Bennett. Bennett is from Bentonville, Arkansas. There's a strike right through there. Two to one lead now for the Red Devils. Runners at first and second. 2 outs now. Fly ball headed down the right field line. And that's going to get into the bullpen down there. And out of play. Cooper Carlgren on the mound. Outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 runs in the inning for the 2-1 lead for the Allen Red Devils. Foul ball back to the screen, little breaking pitch. Fought it off, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runner at third, runner at first and third. Bennett at the plate. Just misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on, 2 runs in. Comes the pitch. Runner goes. Called out on the strikeout is Bennett for the strikeout. 2 runs in. The end of 1.5. The Blue Devils trail the Red Devils of Allen Community College. They trail them 2-1. All right, Freeman, Carlin, and Stewart scheduled up for the Blue Devils. Takes outside, does Darius Freeman, the left-hander, and left fielder even. Blue Devils down 2-1. Buchanan on the mound. There's a ground ball headed up the middle. That's grabbed by the shortstop, Printer, and over to first base for the 6-3 putout. That's going to bring up Camden Carlin. Carlin starts the day batting 182. He's the catcher. First pitch to him is way up high. There's a strike right through there. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Blue Devils trail by 1. The ball headed into center field, so a base hit for Camden Carlin. That's going to bring up Brock Stewart, the first baseman. Stewart has limited at-bats, but batting .500 in the few at-bats he's had. He'll step in with 1 out and 1 on. There's a strike right through there. Oh and 1 the count. Strike on the inside corner. 0 and 2 the count. Red Devils 2 runs on 2 hits. Blue Devils 1 run on 2 hits. Runner at first, 1 out. Bottom half of the second inning. Breaking pitch stays up. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Camden Carlin with the leadoff hit up the middle. He's at first base. There's a ground ball headed at Gomez. That's off the glove of Gomez. That's going to be an error. So back to the top of the order for the Blue Devils. They've got runners at first and second with 1 out. Back to the top of the order, Dawson. Cole Dawson is from Russellville, Arkansas. He had a base hit to left field his last time up. He'll step in with runners at first and second and 1 out. Curveball stays inside. Breaking pitch did not make it back to the zone. Ball gets by the first baseman on the pick at home. Going to hold him up at third base does Coach Goldbeck. So the pickoff attempt yields the runners moving up 1 base each. 1-0 the count. So now runners at second and third with 1 out. Dawson at the plate. He'd like to come back with back-to-back hits here for sure. Get the lead back or tie it possibly. That's a little bit high. Yesterday that was a lot of bit high. Again, not complaining about the strike zones. They were consistent. They were just lower yesterday. There was no top to the zone hardly whatsoever. There's a ground ball headed up the middle. That's going to score at least one. Going to run him home and safe at home. And moving to third on the throw is Dawson. So Dawson with the base hit, 2 RBI. And I missed what brought him home. Ball went into the dugout, so the run scores. So 3 runs in on the play. Giving the Blue Devils a 4-2 lead. So Bosserman was hit by a pitch his first time up. Bosserman is from Oak Grove, Missouri. That's probably going to go as a hit, a ball hit deep in the hole. And the shortstop trying to make it a little bit of a hurry, but nonetheless a base hit. That's going to bring up Vaughter. Vaughter will step in. Here with 1 out, the runner at first base. 3 runs in. It's going to be a pop up over to the left side. That's taken care of by Gomez. So 2 outs now. It's going to bring up Sanchez. Sanchez hit into a 6-4-3 double play with the bases loaded. There's a fly ball into right field. That may get over the right fielder, and it does. So Bach playing a little bit short, and that's an RBI for Sanchez with the double to deep right field. So the Blue Devils now with 5 runs in, 5-2. That's going to bring up Palmer Hutchison. He'll step in with 2 outs and a runner at second base after that RBI double by Sanchez. Foul ball straight back to the screen. Hutchison, the third baseman. 4 runs in the inning for a total of 5 for the Blue Devils. Sanchez at second base. That's up high. Ball and a strike to Palmer Hutchison. He is from Hays, Kansas. There's a ball knocked down by Gomez, and Gomez up with it and over to first base. So at the end of 2 full innings, the Blue Devils lead 5-2. They scored 1 in the first, 4 in the second, and the Red Devils scored 2 in the second. 5-2 the score. We'll be back. Scheduled up for the Red Devils, Printer, Blackowitz, and Bach. Scheduled up to face Carlgren. Printer is from Mountain Home, Arkansas. He had a base hit to left field his first time up. He'll step in on the right-handed side. Trying to figure Coach has got some kind of a beef with the home plate umpire. See if we can get figured out what that's all about. So Printer steps in. I'm wondering who's making the call here. I don't know how the home plate umpire is going to ask if it hit him, because certainly he's not going to be able to tell from the angle that he is out there. You know, we've seen some Major League Baseball where the guys act like they got hit and go down so furiously. He just started to trot down to first, and there he is. I certainly didn't see the umpire call it, and you certainly can't let the athlete call it. So he's bringing him back. Now the coach is going to have to come out and get his visit. But he's going to have to be told, Coach, I can't take the kid's word for it that he got hit, for sure. Guess I need to get to work a little harder on the instant replay. Instant replay is something we have some capability to do, but in baseball it's hard to do because you have so many pieces of the internet that are being used. Anyway, I won't go into that. We'll just see the coach is going to get it. They're going to bring the young man back, Josh Printer. All right, discussion is finally over with. I'm looking in perfect angle to see if it hit him or not, and I wasn't even watching for that, so I don't know, but certainly the umpire didn't throw the hands up right away, so there is ball 2, 2-0 the count on Printer. Swing and a miss. Foul ball into the glove of Camden Carlin. 2-1 the count. Breaking pitch. Sprayed down the right field line. That's going to be foul and out of play. I'm behind on my scoreboard. There's 3-2 the count. Need to be in the third inning here. It's a fly ball lifted into right field. Sanchez will take care of that for the first out of the inning. It's going to bring up Blackowitz. Blackowitz will step in on the left-handed side. Blackowitz is from Olathe, Kansas, went to Olathe South. Takes outside ball one. He hit into a 4-6-3 inning-ending double play. His first at bat. There's a strike right through there. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Sunshiny day. Light breeze coming in from left field. There's a strike 2. Flag with very little blowing, but he is blowing a bit. It's a ground ball past Stewart into right field. So a base hit for Blackowitz with 1 out. That's going to bring up Bach. Bach will step in with 1 out. Swing and a miss. Bach is from Boulder, Colorado. The ball past the diving Hutchison into left field, so back-to-back base hits with 1 out. That's going to bring up Gomez. Gomez was hit by a pitch his first time up. Gomez is from Topeka, Kansas, went to Shawnee Heights. Takes outside and high, ball 1. Comes the 1-0. There's a high fly ball on the right side. Coming over to take a look at that, and that just gets in the bullpen. Any of the games we've had this year, but today the wind has been blowing so strong out of the south that there might have been a chance for a play on that ball there. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Nicely blocked that ball in the dirt by Carlin. Camden, Carlin, and Matt Buffington have been platooning at catcher. 2-1 the count here. Foul ball backing out of play. Runners at first and second. Five to 2 lead. Top of the third inning action. Red Devils with 2 on and 1 out. There's a swing and a miss for the strikeout. So 2 down now. That's going to bring up Strickland. Strickland will step in on the left-handed side to face Carlgren. 2 outs, 2 on. Swing and a miss of that first pitch. Hutchison, Dawson, Bosserman, Stewart from left to right across the infield. Freeman, Adams, Sanchez left to right across the outfield. Camden, Carlin behind the plate. Cooper, Carlgren on the mound. That's down low. Carlgren is from Auburn, Kansas, went to Washburn Rural High School. Whew, not sure where that missed. But nonetheless, upper and or out, 2-1. And that is the first time he hasn't called that one a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Seems to have tightened down just a hair here. 3-1 the count. Comes the 3-1. That's down low. So a base on balls to load it up. That's going to bring up Fry Rongarond. Rongarond. Fry is the first name, so I had that wrong. There is a strike. Oh, and 1 the count. Swing and a miss. So quickly 0-2 the count on the second baseman, Fry Rongarond. Foul ball back to the screen. So Rongarond fouls one off to stay alive. Rongarond is from Curacao. Ball hit into deep left field. On the run is Darius Freeman. So Freeman take care of that for the final out of the inning. So we go to the bottom of the third. Blue Devils lead 5-2. I'll be back. All right, here we go to the bottom half of the third inning. Adams, Freeman, and Carlin scheduled up. Adams is from Leavenworth, Kansas, went to Lansing High School. Squares to bunt, pulls back and takes a strike. Gomez, Printer, Rongarond, Strickland across the infield. Blackowitz, Bennett, and Bach. That's up high, 1-1. Blackowitz, Bennett, and Bach across the outfield from left and right. Banta behind the plate, and Buchanan on the mound for the Red Devils. That's up high. 2-1 the count as Adams leads off. He flew out to right field his first time out. There's a ball headed into left field for a leadoff base hit for Caleb Adams. That's going to bring up Freeman. Freeman steps in. He grounded out to the shortstop his first time up. Freeman is from Kansas City, Kansas, went to Shawnee Mission Northwest. Runner goes, and a stolen base for Adams. So 1-0 the count on Freeman, with Adams now in scoring position after the stolen base. See if Darius can pull something to the right side. There's going to be a bunt, just a little bit foul. So 1-1 now the count, nobody out. Turn back to second base, nothing going on back there. See if Freeman, maybe he'll now pull a bunt right past the pitcher toward the second baseman here. Gets the bunt down. Gonna throw down, so a sac bunt by Freeman. That's going to bring up Camden Carlin. Carlin had a base hit to center field his last time up. He'll be up there with one out and a runner at third base. See if he can get something on the outfield grass. There's a strike called right through there. 0-1 the count. So a base hit, a stolen base, and a sac bunt. We end up with a runner at third base. One out. Camden Carlin at the plate. Shortstop coming in, playing even with the bag. That stays up high. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on. Fly ball headed into left field. It's going to be a deep enough sac fly for the run to score. So 6-2 now the lead. There's a swing and a miss by Brock Stewart. Stewart is from Gardner, Kansas, went to Gardner Edgerton High School. Swing and a miss of that pitch. He reached on an error by the third baseman Gomez his first time up. 2 outs now. 0-2 the count on Stewart. Low and inside, ball 1, 1-2 the count. Comes the 1-2. Foul ball backing over the top of us. It's up high. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Comes the 2-2. The ball headed into left field. Blackowitz takes care of that. So the Blue Devils get one, take a 6-2 lead. We go to the top of the fourth inning. We'll be back. All right, to the top of the fourth inning we go. Blue Devils lead 6-2. Banta, Altamirano, and back to the top of the order in Bennett. There's a strike right through there. Strike called. Banta is from Louisville, Kentucky, went to Collins High School. 0-1 the count on him. There's a ground ball right up the middle through the legs of the pitcher. Carlgren Bosserman takes care of that over to Stewart for the 4-3 ground out. That's going to bring up Christian Altamirano, the designated hitter. He had a 2 RBI base hit his first time up. Strike called. Owen won the count. Squares to bunt, just misses a little up outside. Altamirano, the designated hitter, on the left-handed side. It's outside. Gets away from the catcher. 2-1 the count on Altamirano. That's up high. 3-1 the count. In at the grass is Hutchison. Everybody else is normal depth. Comes the 3-1. That's up high for ball 4. So a 1-out walk issued to the number 9 hitter. That's going to bring up Bennett. Bennett is going to step in. We're going to get a pitching change. We'll get that information, and we'll be back. All right, pitching change has been made. William Hahn from Olathe, Kansas, went to Olathe West High School. 1.23 ERA. He will face Jason Bennett. It's a ground ball headed to Hutchison. He's going to go over to first with it. Took a look at second, decided to go with the 5-3 for the second out of the inning. It's going to bring up Printer. Printer is from Mountain Home, Arkansas. He'll be up there with 2 outs and a runner at second base. Strike called, just catches the outside corner on that breaking pitch. Printer had a base hit his first time up, second time flew out to right field. That one broke just a little bit further and lower outside, so 1-1 the count. Swing and a miss. Altamirano had a base on balls, and he moved up on the ground outfielder's choice by Jason Bennett. Moved him to second. 1-2 the count. There's a ball headed into left field. We'll maybe get a play at home. So an RBI base hit, and that throw to home probably allowed the Printer to move up to second, and we should have held him at first, but nonetheless an RBI hit for Printer. That makes it 6-3. Falls just a little bit low. Does that pitch to Blackowitz? Blackowitz hit into a 4-6-3 double play and had a base hit into right field. Out of play. Top of the fourth inning action. First game's a 7. Second game is a 9-inning game. 6-3 in the top of the fourth here. There's a ball headed into deep center field. That's going to be extra bases and an RBI hit. So Blackowitz with the 2-base RBI. Makes it 6-4. So that's going to bring up Nate Bach. He's walked and had a base hit. Base hit into left field. Misses just a little bit outside. 1-0 the count. There's a breaking pitch. Gets right back through there. 1 ball, 1 strike. Red Devils with 2 in the second, 2 in the fourth so far for 4. Blue Devils with 1 in the first, 4 in the second, and 1 in the third. Makes it 6-4. There's another breaking pitch. That one fouled away. 6-4 lead. Top of the fourth inning action. One ball, 2 strikes on Nate Bach, the right fielder. Missed just a little bit outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 2 runs in the inning for the Red Devils of Allen Community College, Iola, Kansas. That's where we were yesterday for the first 2 games. There's a breaking pitch. Fouled off the dome of the catcher's mask, Camden Carlin. Blue Devils took the first two yesterday, 1-0 and 7-5 in 10 innings. The second game. Comes the 2-2. Strike three called for the out of the inning. We'll be back. All right, here we go to bottom half of the fourth inning. There's a ground ball headed right into right field. So a base hit by Cole Dawson. How was the last out made for them, Jace? Thank you. I thought that was it, but wasn't positive. So runner at first base after the leadoff hit by Dawson. It's going to bring up Bosserman. There's a throw over to first. Nothing going on over there. That's up high. Want to know the count? Bosserman's been hit by a pitch and had a base hit into left field. Throw over to first. Back in safely is Dawson. 6-4 lead as the Blue Devils bat here in the bottom half of the fourth inning. Game 3 of the 4-game set. First game of the doubleheader today. Another throw to first, back in safely. Runner goes and stolen base by Dawson. So I guess maybe that's why I didn't see a square to bunt that I thought I might see. So the Blue Devils with the stolen base did not need to give up the out or the sack bunt to get him moved up. 1 ball, 1 strike. Now he squares to bunt and attempted and a miss. So 1-2 the count. Going to try and let him steal second and then sack him over to third. Bosserman, the second baseman. Comes the 1-2. Just misses a little outside. Little surprised we didn't get a strike call on that one. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 4 runs on 6 hits, and 2 errors by Allen. 6 runs on 7 hits and no errors for the Blue Devils. That ball broke down and nicely blocked by Banta. 3-2 the count now. Nobody out. Bottom of the 4th inning. Blue Devils lead by 2. That's outside ball 4. So Bosserman with the base on balls. That's going to bring up Vaughter. Vaughter will step in. He's walked and fouled out in foul territory. Yeah, I know, fouled out in foul territory to Gomez. And takes a strike, squares to bunt. 0-1 the count. Jace called that one up here. I do have your name right, don't I? Whoo! Jace's scoreboard music up here helps me out when I screw things up. Here comes the 0-1. They're going to turn back to second. Nothing going on back there. So runners at first and second. Squares to bunt, takes outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. One and one, squares to bunt again. Back into the net. Six to 4, Blue Devils lead. Vaughter steps back in after fouling that bunt attempt. Breaking pitch stays outside. 2-2 the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 on. Fouled out of play down the left field line. So we'll do the 2-2 again. Now, early in the game, that was a strike, I believe, don't you? So 3-2 the count. That ruled up too high, I assume, and a ball. So runners at first and second. Foul ball out of play. We'll do it again. Vaughter at the plate. There's ball 4. So that's going to load the bases and bring up Sanchez. Going to get a visit to the mound by the catcher, see if they're just buying some time. Coach is coming out. I didn't see if anybody was down there was ready, but I'm guessing so. So we'll take a break here, see if there's a pitching change. Bases loaded with nobody out for the Blue Devils. We'll be back. All right, no change to be made at this time. Brett Buchanan will stay in. Brett is from Liberty, Missouri, went to Liberty North High School. He'll stay in with the bases loaded and face Sanchez. Sanchez has an RBI in a double play, a 6-4-3, and then a double over the head of the right fielder. Dawson at third, Bosserman at second, Vauder at first. It's a ground ball past Coach Goldbeck. Owen won the count on Sanchez, the right fielder. Breaking pitch strike called. Owen 2 the count now on Sanchez. The Blue Devil faithful not liking that call. Comes the 0-2. There's a ground ball headed up the middle. The shortstop steps on second base. So 2 times out of 3 at bats, a double play, but still scores a run. So the Blue Devils now with the 7-4 lead as they bat here in the bottom of the 4th. It's going to bring up Palmer Hutchison. He's been hit by a pitch and grounded out to the third baseman, Gomez. There's a strike right through there, 1-1 the count. Runner at third. Runner at third is Bosserman. There's a foul ball back to the screen. So 1-2 the count. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. So the Blue Devils with 1 in the first, 4 in the second, and 1 in each of the third and fourth innings, a total of 7. Blue Devils go to the top of the 5th inning, leading the Red Devils of Allen Community College 7-4. We'll be back. All right, William Hahn back for another inning of work. There's a strike right through there. Gomez up. This is a little bit outside, 1-1 the count. Gomez has been hit by a pitch and strikeout. 1 ball, 1 strike to him. Foul ball back into the screen. 1-2 the count. In the dirt. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. Breaking pitch just right back to the inside corner for the called strikeout. That's going to bring up Strickland. He's had a sac bunt and a base on balls. He'll step in with 1 out. Strike called. 1-1 the count, 1 out. Blue Devils have a 7-4 lead here in the top of the 5th. There's a swing and a miss of that pitch. Allen Community College Red Devils, Kansas City, Kansas Community College Blue Devils. A lot of Devils in the house today, red and blue. 0-2 the count. Owen Strickland, the first baseman. That's up high. 1-2 the count. Stays outside. Hutchison at third, Dawson at short, Bosserman at second, Stewart at first. In left, Freeman. Center, Adams. Right, Sanchez. Carlin behind the plate. William Hahn in relief of Cooper Carlgren. In the dirt. 3-2 the count. Sunshiny day, still cool. Little breeze blowing in from left field. First time this year we've had the wind blowing in that direction. There's another foul back. Getting ready for the 8th pitch of this at bat. 3-2 the count on Tanner Strickland. Another foul ball. Ball 4. So Strickland, with a lot of foul balls, works the base on balls there. That's going to bring up Rosengren. Base on balls. Had a fly to deep left field with the bases loaded that Darius Freeman ran down. There's a fly ball headed down the right field line, and that's going to get out of play. So 0-1 the count. Rowan Garon. He's the second baseman. Foul ball back to the screen. One out, 1 on. Number 1 at the plate. Check swing, foul ball. So we'll do the 0-2 again. It's up high. 1-2 the count. Another foul ball. getting a little stiffer now. It's let up a little bit. One and two the count now. Strickland at first after the walk. Fly ball headed into deep right field. On the run back is Sanchez to make the play, and retreating back to first is Strickland. It's going to bring up Lucas Banta. Banta, the catcher. Struck out and grounded out. Foul ball backing out of play. 0-1 the count on the catcher, Banta. Lucas Banta. Caught both games yesterday. Breaking pitch stays up high. 1 strike. That's low. Kept the ball in front of him, did Carlin, to keep the runner at first. Top of the fifth inning action. Scheduled 7-inning game. Second game will be a 9. Comes the 2-1. Back and out of play over the first base dugout. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Outside and low. So 3-2 the count with 2 down. Runner at first. Strickland will be off with the pitch as once as he's sure it's going to the plate. Swing and a miss with the end of 4.5. The Blue Devils lead 7-4. We'll be back. All right, pitching change has been made. Luke Carter from Rogers, Arkansas comes in. He has an 18 ERA, lefty. He will step in to face Adams, Freeman, and Carlin. The fly ball headed to deep right field. Bach underneath it for the first out of the inning. Bach takes care of that for the first out. That's going to bring up Freeman. Freeman's grounded out to shortstop and had a sac bunt. He'll step in with one out and nobody on. Lefty versus lefty here. That misses outside, ball one. 1-0 the count. One out. There's a strike right through there. Gomez, Printer, Rowan Garon, and Strickland left to right across the infield. Fly ball headed into left center. Coming over to take care of that is Bennett for the second out. Blackowitz, Bennett, and Bach left to right across the outfield. And Banta behind the plate. Luke Carter in relief. So that's going to bring up Camden Carlin. He had a base hit and a sac fly in this one so far. One and 0 the count. Misses a little bit low, so 2-0 the count on the catcher, Carlin. Breaking pitch breaks way inside, so 3-0 the count on Camden Carlin, the catcher. He's from Lawrence, Kansas, went to Free State High School. Outside, ball four. So a 2-out walk. That's going to bring up Brock Stewart. Stewart is from Gardner, Kansas, went to Gardner Edgerton. He'll step in with 2 outs and a runner at first base. Inside, 1-0 the count. Breaking pitch makes it back to the strike zone. Starts outside and came back into the zone. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Luke Carter on in relief of Buchanan. Another strike right through there. 1-2 the count. Throw over to first. Nothing going on over there. Stewart playing first base today. Fly ball taken care of by Bennett in center field for the third out. We go to the top of the 6th. Blue Devils lead 7-4. We'll be back. To the top of the sixth we go. Blue Devils lead 7-4. Altamirano, Bennett, and Printer scheduled up for the Red Devils. Way outside, ball one, 1-0 the count. Altamirano's had a base hit with 2 RBI and a walk. There's a strike right through there. Ball and a strike. Hahn back for another inning of work. That's low. 2-1 the count. He came in. In the fourth inning. Three and one the count. Strike called. 3-2 now as Altamirano, the DH, leads off the top half of the sixth inning for the Red Devils of Allen Community College. Sunshiny day here on the campus of KCK. Strike three call, breaking pitch right through there. So back to the top of the order of Bennett. Bennett's grounded out to the second baseman, been called out on strikes and grounded out to the shortstop. Strike right through there. 0-1 the count on Bennett. Jason Bennett, he's the center fielder. There's a line drive headed into center field, so a one-out base hit for Bennett. It's going to bring up Printer. Runner at first base with one out. Printer will step in. Ground ball headed into left field for a base hit. So back-to-back hits by Bennett and Printer after the strikeout by Altamirano. That brings up Blackowicz. Blackowicz grounded into a 4-6-3 double play. Had a base hit and then an RBI double. So 2 for 3 on the day for him. Coach Goldbeck out to visit with the umpire about something. Not sure what it could be. I'm not seeing anything weird about the lineup. Looks like we're going to have a change for the Blue Devils. Is this Matt Buffington? Matt Buffington. I'm guessing we may see. So Jet Buck will now be at second base. And Bosserman will come to the mound. Carlin may be going to get loose to be ready to come in and pitch. We'll see. Not sure, but we're going to get a pitching change. You've heard some of the changes. We'll be back. All right, so Parker Bosserman comes in to pitch for the Blue Devils. He's from Oak Grove, Kansas, went to Green Valley High School. First pitch to him is wild and makes it back to the screen, and the runners move up. So runners now at second and third with one out. Bakowitz at the plate. It's going to be out of play. One ball, one strike, one out. That's up high. 2-1 the count. Bennett at third, Printer at second. Blackowitz at the plate, 3-1 the count on him. There's a strike. 3-2 the count now. Three balls, two strikes. There's ball four. So that's going to bring up Bach. Bach has reached on a walk, had a base hit to left field and called out on strikes. Strike called, breaking pitch right through there. Bach, the right fielder. One out. Foul ball off the bat twice. Bases are loaded. Bosserman on relief of Hahn, who came in at 3 1/3 innings to replace Karlgren. That's up high. So 1-2 the count. Breaking pitch stays up and in. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and an out. Breaking pitch hit him, so an RBI hit by pitch. Makes it 7-5. It's going to bring up Gomez. Gomez has been hit by a pitch. Struck out swinging and looking. Backhand on the ball way outside by Buffington. Buffington in behind the plate to replace Carlin Jet Buck. Goes out to second base, and Bosserman moves to the mound is the change this inning. That's low and outside. 2-0 the count. Going to get a visit to the mound. We'll take a short break, see if there's any changes. We'll be back. All right, no change made. Bases are still loaded. There is ball 3, 3-0 the count. Bosserman risking walking in another run here. Ball 4. Makes it 7-6. It's going to bring up Strickland. Strickland steps in on the left-handed side to face Bosserman. Still just one out, and the bases are loaded, and there's miss for ball 1. 1-0 the count. There's a strike called, breaking pitch right through there. One ball, one strike, one out. Squares to bunt, pulls it back. Breaking pitch low and inside. 2-1 the count. Fly ball into shallow left field. Freeman's going to take care of that. No test of the arm there. So that ball not deep enough to get the run home. That's going to bring up Roan Garon. Rowan guard. Base on balls, a fly to deep left and a fly to deep right. That just misses low and outside. 1-0 the count. Rowan Garrod. I've had a hard time with that name. 1-0 the count. There's a strike right through there. Comes the 1-1. There's a foul ball back to the screen. One and two the count, 2 outs, 2 runs in the inning. Breaking pitch outside, didn't get him chasing. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runs in the inning. There's a ground ball into left field, going to score at least 1. And 2 runs in. On the RBI hit by Rowan Garrod. So an 8-7 lead now for the Red Devils. It's going to bring up Benta. Strike called. Nicely blocked by Buffington. 1 ball, 1 strike. 4 runs in the inning. Bent has struck out twice and grounded out to second base. There's ball 2. Runners at first and second. There's a, not sure where that missed. Awfully good pitch right there. 3 balls and a strike. Ruled a ball. There's a strike called, 3-2 the count. Red Devils have taken an 8-7 lead here by scoring 4. Take a 1-run lead here in the top of the 6th. That's ball 4. So the Red Devils have batted around. 2 outs. Had to punch out to start the inning here. And then a fly to shallow left field. Altamirano batting for the second time this inning. He's had 2 RBI base hit, a walk, and called out on strikes at the beginning, actually, of this inning. So the first out of this inning. Before now, they've batted around. Have the Red Devils 2-0 the count. Looks like we're going to get a pitching change. We'll find out what changes are being made, and we will bring those to you when we come back. All right, the pitching change has been made. Hunter Cachero comes on. He's from Shawnee. Kansas went to St. James Academy. He has a 1.64 ERA. Bosserman goes back to second base. There are 2 outs, and the count is 2-0 on Altamirano, the DH. Misses just a little bit low and outside. 3-0 the count. Bases are full of Red Devils. 4 runs scored in the inning so far to take an 8-7 lead. That misses. a little bit outside, walks in another run. So Altamirano with the base on balls to make it 9-7. So back to the top of the order, and Jason Bennett. That misses for a ball. He's grounded out twice, been called out on strikes, and had a base hit to center field. Has Bennett so far in this one. There's a swing and a miss of that pitch right through there. Had some extra heat on that one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bases loaded, 2 outs. There's a ground ball headed at the shortstop. Dawson tosses that over to Bosserman for the final out of the inning. But the Red Devils take the lead 9-7. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Got some work to do for the Blue Devils. We'll be back. All right, to the bottom half of the 6th we go. Blue Devils trail 9-7. Scheduled up is Dawson, Bosserman, and Vaughter to face the reliever, the left-hander Luke Carter. He came in the 5th inning. Inside, ball 1. Dawson has 3 base hits, stolen base, and 2 RBI on the day. Two and 0 the count. Going to get a visit to the mound. We'll see if there's any changes made. We'll be back. 2-0 the count. Blue Devils trailing by 2. All right, visit to the mound is over. And 3-0 to Cole Dawson, the shortstop. Ball 4. So a leadoff walk to Dawson. That's going to bring up Bosserman. Bosserman was hit by a pitch, had a base hit and a walk. He will step in with a runner at first base. Now we're going to get another visit to the mound. So we're going to have a pitching change. We'll get that information, and we'll be right back. So the pitching change has been made. Number 21, Caleb Peterson from Olathe, Kansas, went to Olathe East High School. He brings his 4.13 ERA to the mound to face scheduled up Bosserman, Vodder, and Sanchez, barring a double play in all that. So Bosserman has been hit by a pitch, had a base hit, and has walked. He'll step in tight on the plate. He is. Gomez at third, Printer at shortstop, Rungarod at second, and Strickland at first. That's high and outside, ball 1. Blackowicz, Bennett, and Bach across the outfield from left to right, and Benta behind the plate, the defense behind the relief pitcher, Caleb Peterson. That's high and outside. So 2-0 the count on Bosserman. I'm guessing we may be taken here as Blue Devils until a strike is thrown. We'll see. I was never a real big fan of the phrase a walk is as good as a hit, because a walk here does not move that runner from first to third where a base hit does. So we'll see. 2-0 the count on Bosserman. That's outside. 3-0 the count. It's definitely intimidating to see Bosserman. Bosserman is has toes inside. And as long as he's not over into his toes in the plate, he is legal stance. There's 3-0. There's a strike called. 3-1 the count. On the second baseman, turn pitcher back to second baseman Bosserman in today's lineup. Comes the 3-1 pitch. Strike 2 called on the inside corner. So from 3-0 to 3-2 goes Peterson on Bosserman. No outs, runner at first. Blue Devils trail by 2. There's a ball headed into left field. There's a base hit by Bosserman. So that's going to bring up Vaughter. Vaughter will step in. Nope, excuse me, that is Buffington. Buffington for his first at-bat today. We didn't know what spot that was in the lineup till now. Buffington starts the day batting .378. Buffington is from Andover, Kansas. Went to Andover High School. So he's up there 1-0, the first pitch to him. We're going to get a visit to the mound, and I believe Coach has asked for a change, so we're going to find out that information. The chess match goes on. Blue Devils have a couple of runners on, nobody out, trailing by 2. All right, the pitching change has been made while he makes the rest of his warm-up pitches. Patrick Babcock from Cabot, Arkansas, brings his 5.91 ERA, will face Buffington. Buffington, his first at bat of the day. So runners at first and second. Buffington at the plate. Turns to bunt, and that's going to be a wild pitch. It's hard to just stand there and let the ball hit you in the feet, but nonetheless, both runners move up on the wild pitch. So now he does not need to bunt for the sack. Runners now 2 in scoring position. So if Buffington can get something on the outfield grass or a line drive to the third baseman, and there is a rip to the third baseman, and Gomez gets the line drive. So that's going to bring up Sanchez. That ball ripped so hard I didn't even get time to get my camera switched, so I apologize for that. 1 out now with runners at second and third. Sanchez has hit into two double plays that have each yielded a run, and he had a double over the right fielder's head. So a couple of RBI on double plays for Sanchez. Fouls that first pitch away. 0-1 the count on Sanchez. There's a ball headed for the gap in right center. 1 run will score, 2 runs will score, and into second base. So Sanchez with 2 doubles and 2 hit into 2 double plays, but ties this thing up with a double into right center. So the Blue Devils tie it up 9-9 here on the double by Sanchez. That's going to bring up Palmer Hutchison. There's a ball headed to deep right field. That's going to be extra bases and another RBI. So Hutchison with the triple to right field and an RBI. So the triple for another RBI makes it 10-9, and the Blue Devils have regained the lead. They lead 10-9. So that's going to bring up Caleb Adams. Adams has been out to right field in the air twice. There's a ball headed to right field. Had a base hit, and that's going to be an RBI base hit. So Adams with the base hit to right field makes it 11. Foul ball down the left field line by Freeman. Freeman's grounded out, had a sac bunt, and been out on a fly ball to left center. There's a ball headed into right field. That's going to be over the head of the right fielder. Going to send him home, his coach, and an RBI triple for Darius Freeman. That's going to make it 12-9. So that's going to bring up Hunter Cachero. So Cachero with a rare at-bat based on the way the changes were made. That's inside. See if we can get a close-up of Cachero here. Number 20, the way the change was made with Bosserman to come in and pitch, and then the change to get back out of that change. There's a ground ball. The second baseman, Rowan Garrod, looks at home and then throws over to Strickland for the 4-3 ground out. And that's going to bring up Stewart. Runner stays at third. Stewart has reached on an error and been out on fly balls to left and center. Swing and a miss. He was trying to hit a 9-run home run right there with that cut. It's not the way it works. Need to just hit the ball hard. Let things happen. Dre breaking pitch right back to the strike zone for strike 2. 0-2 the count. Jace, is that a 6 runs we've got here? 5. Oh, there's the other one. I was only coming up with 11. I was missing 1. The Blue Devils have scored in every inning but the 5th. 5 runs in the inning. That's up high. 1-2 the count. Runner at third. 2 outs now. Babcock on in relief of Peterson. Came in for Carter and Buchanan. There's a high fly ball to left field. And that ball is out for a 2-run home run for Brock Stewart. The deepest part of the field for the 2-run home run. And that makes it 14. So back to the top of the order. So now the Blue Devils have batted around. There's a strike cold on Dawson. Dawson has 3 base hits, 2 RBI, and a base on balls in this inning, in this game. Breaking pitch stays way outside. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. So 14-9 the score. Blue Devils with 7 runs in the inning. That's high and outside, 2-1 the count. So both teams have batted around one of their innings today. That's high and outside, 3-1 the count. Two-run home run to the deepest part of the stadium with no wind help right there. Strike called. Bit of an expanded zone, it appeared to me there on that one. 3-2 the count. Foul ball back to the screen, so staying alive is Dawson. So in the top of the 6th, 5 runs scored by the Red Devils, and the Blue Devils have answered with 7 of their own. So a ground ball headed at the second baseman. Rowan Garrod up with that, and over to Strickland for the final out of the innings. We go to the top of the 7th. Blue Devils lead 14-9. The Red Devils need 5 to keep this thing going. We'll be back. All right, Kashera back to the mound. Jason and I just visited up here in the box, press box. He threw yesterday, threw well, but day before yesterday in one of their drills, he took a ball to the face and still has the seam marks on his cheekbone from where he got hit. So he's played well. We may have to every Wednesday give him a shot with a ball to the face. So Printer, Blackowicz, and Bach scheduled up for, there's a strike right through there, scheduled up for the Red Devils. They need 5 to keep this thing going. We are in the top of the 6th. There's a ball headed into right field for a base hit, so a leadoff hit to get things started for Printer. Get my inning changed here. So a base hit, that's going to bring up Blackowicz. He's had a couple of hits and an RBI. There's a ground ball to the shortstop, Dawson, over to Bosserman, and over to Stewart for the 6-4-3 double play. That's the best friend of a pitcher that can ever have. That's going to bring up Bach. Bach has walked, had a base hit, called out on strike, and that's high and inside ball 1. And he was hit by a pitch for an RBI. So the Red Devils down to their last out of this game. There's a ground ball headed for Dawson. He's up with it and over to Stewart. So the first game goes to the Blue Devils. A lot of back and forth lead changes. The final for this one's 14-9. I'll update a little bit on here. We will then have the second game in about 20 minutes, so keep an eye on that. There's another link on my website. Go click on that. We'll get this thing going. 14-9 winner of the third game of this 3-game set so far. The fourth game of the set coming up in about 20 minutes. We'll be back.